Hello, and welcome to my channel, and Jake's channel, and Cirrus's channel, and my other channel, and my Twitch, and Cirrus's Twitch, and Jake, you're on Twitch too, right?
I'm also
We're
on
everywhere.
Twitch.
We are everywhere
Jesus.
tonight. We're all spread out.
Why do we have the thing to where it bounces when Jake talks specifically?
What bounces?
It's bouncing? What's bouncing?
My Zoom for some reason whenever I understand what it is. It's just my Zoom. So whenever Jake talks specifically, it bounces to just his face in full screen on my end.
When you talk, it goes to just you, yeah.
Also, my partner is saying that apparently they can't hear me.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
I can hear you in here, if that helps.
Oh, no, don't. God damn it. It was her. She had her phone muted or something. I gotta stop taking tech advice from the fucking stream chat. Because this is not the first time that's tripped me up.
They'll get
Happened
you.
to me too, don't worry.
They'll
Happens
get
to
you.
the best of us.
So, anyway, tonight we're not doing our normal Twit Tweets thing. We missed that last night because I was, watching the Trans-Siberian Orchestra perform live. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's December, so I'm doing my annual November fundraiser. I was a bit late, and I kind of forgot to set it up in November, and...
To be fair, during November, you were doing shit like traveling to the States so that I could force you to play Magic the Gathering.
Everything... My November was really fucking busy. My December's really fucking busy, too, but this fundraiser has become such an important part of Project Share that they actually contacted me and were like, hey, are you doing the fundraiser again this year? Or can we mark you down for doing a fundraiser? So
I guess that's good, though.
Yeah, no, they are literally the only people who have ever contacted me out of nowhere to like ask me to do a thing for them like this. That's not just like some random brand that I probably don't want anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So far we've already raised $523, and I haven't even really promoted this in a video yet. So that's pretty awesome.
That's excellent.
But we have some goals tonight. So so for starters, just gonna say Project Share. It's basically a food bank in my area, but they're a lot more than a food bank. They help people that are struggling with homelessness. They help people catch up on late bills. They have a continuing education program. They help people apply for jobs. I think they've got 15 different programs that they're doing right now, and it helps everybody in the whole Niagara region. I don't know what the stats are for this year, but last year they helped 1 out of every 8 households in Niagara were helped by Project Share in one way or another. And this fundraiser has always been a big part of that. So if you go to donate.vicetrino.com, I'm pretty sure that works this year. But if
so give money.
But if it doesn't work,
money.
I have chat bots spamming the link in the chat. Links in the description for all of the things except for maybe Twitch. If one of my Twitch mods could like steal the link and put it in a pinned comment. Do not send super chats. I forgot to turn those off. Cirrus told me how. But it's because it's just a small local food bank. Super chats will. I can't set it up that super chats will go to them, so the super chats will come directly to me, and YouTube takes their 30% cut. So I'd rather Project Share just get everything.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I just spammed the link in my own chat, so hopefully we can see it. And then
Excellent.
what are the goals tonight?
Let me get the link in mine as well.
So the goals tonight are we've got some, I don't know if you call them treats. So for every $250 we raise, we're going to do something. So first $250, I am going to put on my Rhino onesie. Second,
I can match that if you'd like with my corn onesie.
Okay, so
And we could be pals.
yeah, no, so that's well, first 250, I'll do mine. Second 250, you can do yours.
Ooh, okay.
Third 250, Cirrus will do his Sonic onesie, and he's going to try to get Fleshcam working, so it's an actual onesie instead of just...
We actually had it fuck up.
Flesh.
We had it fuck up earlier on before we got the stream started already, so I'm hoping I can get it working.
Yeah, and then for $1,000, if we get $1,000 of donations tonight, not only do you get all 3 onesies, but Cirrus will grace us with an uwu.
Wow.
It's not
Like
grace, it's a curse, and I'd rather die. But, it's
like
fine.
a really cute one, though?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a button that does it anytime I want, so.
Uwu, 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 uwu.
God,
Fucking damn it.
Those are all the
Those are
uwus that
cute.
he's given while we've been streaming together.
I think
Is that really all of them? Or
No,
have there
that's not.
been
It can keep going.
personally, I think you could give more with this one.
I think I could give Bullet to self.
Sablegal? Sablegal? I don't know how to say your name. But they're saying that this shirt makes my boobs look big. So
Ooh.
there we go. That noise that we just heard, I think, means that we got a donation, but it didn't. There we go. We're up to 537. We also have, I can check who gave last. So that one was someone donated anonymously.
It was someone.
Thank you, someone.
Whoever you are, someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone. So in theory, this is supposed to be refreshing on its own, but it didn't actually do that till I went to the page. So anyway, for my audience, this is Jake.
Hello, I'm Jake.
This is the part where you introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do.
I am actual Jake. I do leftist content and atheist content on the internet. And have done so for a while. I used to be on the Bible Reloaded. Don't do that anymore, but do this over here on Twitch and on YouTube.
We don't do leftist content here, Jake.
We don't do it. Look,
Comrades.
no comrades here.
Comrade Rhino.
Look, apparently it is quite extreme to say that we should have health care and housing and education, and so I am considered a dirty commie. I think it's just normal stuff. It's whatever.
Yeah, so I'm a Canadian.
Yeah.
Cirrus and I were just talking before the stream that, like, I got an ingrown fingernail, like, 6 months ago, and there's been, like, a weird little cut thing on my finger that has not healed that entire... Like, my fingernail's fine now, but there's, like, this weird little cut just underneath the nail that is... It doesn't really hurt, but it's a pain in the ass. And I'm just like, for this minor annoyance, I'm considering going to the doctor.
Whoa, that's crazy.
And just, like... For me, that's just normal. Like, it's a thing that a doctor can probably tell me what's wrong with it and tell me how to make it go away. So I'll just go see a doctor.
The first emotion I feel when I consider getting healthcare is anxiety over the cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, like deep anxiety over the cost.
Apparently, Jassa redeemed a hat. I have hat redeems on my channel, so I'll put the Ushenka back on.
It looks cozy.
One of the anxieties for me has been the fact that for the Affordable Care Plan, which is better than what we had before, which was nothing and crying and tears of blood, but with the Affordable Care Plan, you have to be specifically within 400% of the poverty line. So if you are making not much money at all, then you do not qualify for financial aid, paradoxically. Secondly, you have to guesstimate how much money you think you're going to make in the subsequent year, and then it calculates what kind of a healthcare discount it can give you based on that. And if you are wrong, they charge you at the end of the year for being wrong. I'm a YouTuber. Every guess I give is incorrect.
Yep. Could change it at any point.
We got Rosina donated $20 and someone else donated $10 anonymously. Says, "Keep up the great work. Your channel makes me a slightly better person." Well, thank you for that.
I actually had fun fact. Years and years and years ago, when I had not years and years ago, like 5 years ago, I had healthcare under the ACA, and I got. It was that first year that my channel did really, really well. And then I had to give up healthcare because my channel started doing well. Yeah. And now that my channel's doing worse again, I can afford healthcare.
Yay!
It's so stupid.
It's genuinely dumb. There was a study that came out and showed that we would save $650 billion a year if we did Medicare for all.
Yeah, it's crazy when people can go to the doctor for preventative care.
Right.
They don't get the serious illness that requires much more.
I haven't even gotten to that part of the fucking script. I'm 7,600 words into that goddamn script, and I haven't gotten to that part where it's like, hey, by the way, it's cheaper when people can pay to get basic things taken care of before they turn bad or chronic.
Oh, someone donated $4 to say AIG is a bag of dicks. Which that's answers.
Yeah, it is.
That's Answers in Genesis. Yeah, they are.
Well, so no, hold on. I actually
unless that's
have to give some
AIG
pushback.
assurance.
I need to give some pushback to that. I don't think AIG is a bag of dicks, because a bag of dicks at least appeals to somebody.
Well, I mean, you could argue that somebody is appealed to by AIG since it exists, and they have little
millions of dollars.
I need to live in the world where that isn't the case, and I need you to not rip me violently from that world.
Well, I am nothing if not a reality observer. That's for sure. I get in trouble sometimes.
Yeah. Well, Jake, so if I could say, you are one of the inspirations that made me start my channel.
That's very cool. I wish you had better people to look up to.
Well, you know what?
I wish there were more of us. You're very cool, by the way. I like your stuff.
I'm glad you like my stuff. I was not the best kind of person when I started my YouTube channel.
No.
Also,
I we can all kind of say that.
Yeah, no, I was kind of cringy. I don't know if you remember this, but I actually like sent you a sticker in the mail back when you were like sticking mail stuff on the corkboard behind you. And I was like, maybe he'll put that up on the corkboard, and then in every single video, my logo will be there. And then
you do that? Probably not.
You stuck it on a pair of children's underwear that immediately fell off the corkboard.
The only thing didn't a bunch of dildos make their way onto the corkboard?
There was definitely a corn dildo at one point, and at least one other. Yeah, I don't know.
Asina Salon says, so ultimately Jake is responsible for Ceres. I guess that technically,
yes.
Like I didn't know about your channel when I started doing my channel, but I knew about Rhinos, and Rhinos was one of the inspirations for my channel.
There you go.
Technically, yes, Asina, those words are truth words.
It's the
I'm
YouTube
a real
centipede.
YouTube old head now, huh?
Apparently.
Yeah, you're from back in the TJ Kirk era.
Yeah, he was before me, but just barely. In fact, I would say that TJ Kirk, while not a direct inspiration, was definitely one of the people that like was in that space before us, and
most all of us, yeah.
Yeah, it was. Although he was making like fake video. I mean, his first real big video was I got kicked out of McDonald's, and he just lied. He just did some kind of like rant thing. So it was a different time.
We are at $677. That was Rosina donated another $80. Says, "Oh, it's fake Canadian money, so Americans give more." Yes, it's in.
That's just beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we're looking at $750 for your onesie.
$773.
Stoff says, "Does Jake understand what he's signing up for by doing this collab?"
No.
Okay. So maybe a small bit of warning. Just so you know, there's a fuck ton of porn artists in my chat.
So
there always are.
So I'm just no. You know what? I don't think Jake's in any danger, because like who was it? Was it Stoff that said they were going to draw Yumi and Gay Unicorn Gary in a threesome?
Hey, look,
that didn't pan out.
Consent to draw whatever inspires you.
Yeah, well, Gay Unicorn Gary is pretty inspirational. And
yes,
I was supposed to be in a threesome with him and Cirrus, but that never panned out.
Well, sometimes these things fall through.
It never penned out.
Never penned. I see what you did there. My partner's asking me if I'm going to get dressed on the stream. No, I will step sideways out of camera to take off my clothes and put on my onesie, because it's way too hot in here to just put the onesie on over top.
We don't have central heat, so I'm just going to put it on.
Well, this is also the 3D printer room, and the 3D printer was running up until not too long before the stream, so it's pretty toasty in here right now.
I have a space heater going in my office because this is where my 3D printer is. Because everything I've tried printing with just the cold,
I was gonna say,
just peels up.
I was going to say, I know why you want a space heater in your 3D printing room, but to people that aren't 3D printing nerds, that just sounds crazy.
It's
fuck!
okay,
We're at 900. We just
Jesus
jumped all the way up
Christ.
to $927 because Wallace M donated 250. Thank you for that, Wallace. So I will be putting my onesie on. I won't be able to hear you guys while I'm doing that. So
ooh, we could say anything.
No,
Yeah.
be nice.
Pernia says what happened, stuff. So I know what happened with Stoff Pernia, and that it's a personal thing. But if Stoff feels like sharing, then that is entirely on Stoff's prerogative. Prerogative. Why did I say prerogative? Prerogative.
Prerogatory.
That's it. For those who don't know, the reason you need a space heater in a 3D printing room is because 3D printed material, PLA, whenever it shoots onto the board, if it cools too quickly, it just starts to collapse on itself and it peels up off of the board. So I could show some examples if my camera was working, but it's not really, of what happens when PLA cools too quickly. Other things that can cause it to cool too quickly is PLA having moisture in it. So like if you open up a spool of filament and you don't print with it immediately, it's just fucked.
Ooh.
Yay.
There we go.
That's a good one. That's an excellent Rhino onesie.
Yeah. So my father actually sent me the link to this, and before I read anything about it, I clicked on it, bought it, and then I went back and read what he actually said with the link, and he was like, "Would this be a good Christmas present for you?"
God,
I was like,
fucking
too
damn
late.
it, Steffi.
Too
Give me
late.
enough reasons to be mad at you already. Why did you have to throw 50,000 fucking channel points into the mix?
No, you're not supposed to do this till we raised $1,000.
Unfortunately, my channel rules trump yours. Oh, woo.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Pretty good one.
Okay, let's see who just donated. Got Amanda D donated $50. Thank you, Amanda.
Oh, we're getting dangerously close.
Let's see,
The
what are we
D
at?
is for dangerous.
977. So, oh, god damn it, Deimos.
Wow,
no super chats. I know that's only $2, but yeah, super chats go to me.
Super chats are just tipping you. Yeah.
Super chats go to me. And as much as I like money, Project Share needs it more than me right now.
That's really nice. That's a really nice thing to say. I think my chat's going in there too. I don't even know if any of these people are from my chat, but if my chat is going to donate, now's the time because you are donating toward Corn Soup right now.
I am also throwing the link into my chat as well once more.
I'll do it again
for anybody who would like to donate to Project Share.
Yep,
Mayanin says I vacuum seal with filament packets. Vacuum sealing your filament vacuum sealing your filament with silicon packets is one of the only ways to preserve it.
Make sure your silica is dry first, though.
Yes, I have so for me, I just have a tote with a bunch of silica packets at the bottom of the tote, and I throw my filament in there. It's better than nothing, but not as good as it could be.
Okay, we are $46 away from the corn suit.
46. That's
46.
it.
Yep.
Wow, we're already running out of goals.
We can make some shit up.
We're gonna have to.
That's perfectly like Vice Rhino having to play Fortnite on stream again. That's doable.
Do you play Fortnite?
Nope.
Me either.
But Cirrus made me do it on stream once.
Destroyed by them kids.
Actually, Cirrus and I did pretty well. And you know what? I played one practice round before, just so I wouldn't be like, what are the controls? What do I press to move? Because, like, okay, you got to get that out of the way. Yeah. And so I'm like, I don't really need to be good at it. I just need to, like, get the basics so that when I go on stream, I don't embarrass myself. And the round just kept on going and going. And I'm like, I have stuff to do. Why is this round not ending? I ended up winning that fucking round.
You won? I've never won. That's for sure.
It's because there's a system in the game now where your first few matches are bot matches, and then they slowly start filtering in other players in as your games get harder and harder. And so the bots will do everything in their power not to end the game in that first match. So that first match just kind of sucks.
Okay, I think the supporter wall is not in the correct order, because it's saying someone donated $100 anonymously, but we're at 987, not 1077. So I don't know what's going on with that.
What about perjury trailer queen?
Wow.
There we go. There we go. There's the corn suit.
Oh,
Ooh,
well, $1,110.
Oh,
and it became a round number, which I really appreciate. It was a little bothering me. I'm not gonna lie.
So here's I raised so much money one year just off of people. Like, I used a different platform that year that actually showed the cents, and people would donate like $1.73 just to mess it up, and then more people would donate to make it an even number.
Or two people would donate to make it an even number at the same time, and then it would just...
So I actually tried to do that today when I tested the sound that notifies me that a new donation came in. I donated $3.23. So I was hoping that 23 cents would show up, but it did not.
So what you're telling me is, no matter my satisfaction, I got to know that there's 23 cents jingling around in there that I'll never be able to be satisfied.
That is correct. There is an invisible 23 cents.
I I respect it.
And we are now $163 away from Surus having to do Flesh Cam Sonic onesie.
I must.
Or I'll have to get my shit figured out. Yeah.
I shall metamorphose right now.
Metamorphosis.
It's going to turn into a beautiful butterfly.
Unshucking.
Beautiful.
Wait, reshucking.
Reshucking. Shuck that thing.
Oh,
Ready?
shucks. Lenari says someone mentioned MTG. So the problem is, unlike a video game where you can just press the button and then go, setting up for Magic the Gathering means doing things like getting cameras ready and shit, and nobody has time for that.
There we go.
There we go.
Maze-morphosis.
Jake has been shucked.
And
And
oftentimes when this happens, we play a song. It's called the Corn Song.
Oh, is that why Naramduputz is in my chat saying don the corn husk? Oh no.
Is it?
Oh, I read that as do the corn husk, so I was like, do the corn husk. Do.
It's a song called Corn, but sub to PewDiePie. Damn it! I closed your stream on accident when I opened the.
It's Cowan. It has the juice.
It's not that one because that guy DMCA's me.
Really?
That guy sucks, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Imagine becoming a meme and then getting angry that people enjoy that you became a meme.
Did you hear about Haktua Girl?
Oh, yeah. Apparently, she's also a piece of shit.
Yeah, we're going to cover this on Twit Tweaks next week if I don't give too many details here, but basically she started a meme coin and did a rug pull so she could make a bunch of money.
Yep.
And now everybody's mad at her and they're like, she should go to jail. So I'm like, so all you crypto bros want more regulation around cryptocurrency?
You want regulated currency now?
Is that what I'm hearing?
That's funny. I like that. In fact, I think you should rip off more crypto bros on the way out.
This is not the appropriate way to play this. You said this will not get me DMCA'd?
This will not.
Okay.
There's just, This is the Corn Song. Ready? Very complex. It's very good.
Corn Squad.
Ready? And then you can stop at the end before you,
Before it gets to sub to PewDiePie?
No,
Yeah,
it plays like the Undertale song, I think.
Okay.
Megalovania.
I think so, yeah.
So we are now at $12.63, so we're $10 away from Surus Fleshcam.
There's no
I'm
drop.
perfectly happy not having anybody sub to PewDiePie because apparently he shouted out the quartering. And
Ew.
that's good enough reason for me not to like him.
Why would anyone shout out the quartering?
Yeah.
Why would the guy who dresses up in Nazi uniforms for fun, and one of his biggest scandals was paying a bunch of people in a middle income country to put up signs that said "Kill all Jews"? Why would that person like the quartering? I don't know.
Did he just do this?
No, this
what,
is
PewDiePie
old
did that?
shit.
Oh, okay.
Yes, this is shit PewDiePie did years ago.
I don't know what fucking PewDiePie does anymore. I don't actually. I don't know what he did before.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. the least surprising thing to me in the world is that this person likes the quartering. Given that the quartering has a fucking Nazi book publisher as a sponsor.
Yeah, but like, he literally pissed himself on stream.
Yeah.
Right in the drawer.
Nick Fuentes got deep-throated by Destiny. Who cares anymore?
I mean, so actually, my partner and I were talking about that the other day, and we were. Fab says, "Oh, that went hard quick." Yeah, it's not the only thing. Yeah, so my partner and I were talking about the Nick Fuentes and Destiny sex tape or whatever, and how like a far left streamer plus a white supremacist, and I'm like, could kind of see that from Destiny's side of things. We're like, I'm literally fucking the white supremacists. Like,
yeah, I don't think Destiny's far left though, so that's okay.
No, I think
he plays a far lefty on the internet. I don't know. I don't actually know shit about Destiny. Okay,
he's definitely just liberal.
Yeah, he's a liberal. He's a Zionist, and he likes to. He's a big capitalist, and so yeah. But he tends to. The only time I like the guy is when he's arguing against right wingers, typically.
Cyrus.
Did we hit
Flesh cam time.
Flesh cam.
Okay.
Flesh cam,
Hold
baby,
on,
flesh cam.
I have to go away now.
We're serious people.
Yeah,
with serious opinions. And gay unicorn Gary.
What's your least serious hot take? Like something you'll die for, but means very little. I think mine's probably like bring back the double decker from Taco Bell.
Wasn't that KFC?
No, that is a double decker, but not that one. Not that one.
What's the double decker at Taco Bell?
Double decker from Taco Bell is soft flour tortilla on the outside, beans, and then the hard taco on the inside with all the stuff in it. That's a double decker. It's a beautiful thing. It was A+ struggle meal back in the day when you're looking for, I need something for $1. It's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. That's the American dream right there.
Okay. You know, I think
fast food.
I think my hot take. Do you know the have you seen the Catholic Church's new mascot thing? Loose?
No, what? They have a mascot?
You haven't seen this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, we have to.
Wait, if I type in Catholic
No,
mascot?
I am going to show you this piece of shit. I have it saved somewhere, I'm sure, but I'm just fuck it. Save.
KFC was double down, not a double decker.
Double down. Yes, the double down. Okay. I remember that. I once made a cheeseburger, and I used grilled cheese sandwiches as the bun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah, that sounds delightful. I've seen that before, but never like done it myself. Sounds excellent.
Okay, I don't fucking know if OBS can do WebP images, but we're about to find out.
You can only use the snipping tool to subvert that.
The snipping tool? Wait, hold on. What?
Jake has not seen Loose.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
This fucking thing. That is the Catholic Church's mascot now.
Oh, yeah.
They are trying to appeal to children with
but it
this
looks
thing.
like the spirit science guy.
Kind of does a little bit.
So
like the eyes.
Yeah. So my hot take that I will double down on, and this is the hill I will die on, is that this thing is not cute. This thing is fucking creepy as fuck.
This is very creepy.
There we go. What the fuck is even her pupil? Where is she looking right now?
She's looking into your soul.
There are three things in her eye that could be her pupil. And she's trampling through the blood of her enemies, splashed all over her boots.
And it's a little ruddy, so it's been there a while, you know.
And apparently, I don't know what this is, but apparently the colors on the rosary bead represent a certain sect of Catholicism that is a kind of yikesy one. I haven't actually looked into that one, but add that onto the creepy thing. But many people.
What's the design on the? Is there like a logo on the?
Yeah,
jacket,
that's another Catholic thing. I think it's like the Sacred Heart. No, it's not the Sacred Heart thing. I don't know what that is, but it's.
And then. Like a shepherd's walking stick, but
Lenari says that they aimed for Moe and hit the uncanny valley.
Calvary.
But so many people, when I went off the rails on this in a previous stream, so many people were like, no, she's actually really cute. I think she's adorable. And I'm like, she's got fucking Cthulhu in her eyeballs. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
That makes it cuter, though. It's cute Thulu.
No. This is the hill I will die on. But this is the way the Catholic Church.
Die on that hill. Look at the blood on her boots.
I know.
She has trampled on your kind, and more will follow.
During her rituals is when the bleeding begins.
Oh yeah. But so many people are like, no, she's cute. I'm like, nope.
I don't think she's cute either. In fact, it looks very phoned in from like it looks like off-brand. Like you'd find it as a mascot in like one of those markets that has like,
or like the New York outlets that have all of the like
the knockoff stuff,
the knockoff gear, the Sonic Obama bag,
Doreen the Explorer.
Perny is saying that I spammed Cirrus with so much loose / Evangelion art. It's like, yes, you did. More of them, please.
Okay, we are 200. We are $210 away from Cirrus having to give us another uwu.
I didn't agree to this.
Yes, you did.
No.
I actually got your consent for once, man. Don't pretend like I didn't.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna need you to say that statement again, but slowly.
No.
That would make it way too sexy. I actually got your consent.
I actually got your consent.
It's like one of those really fucking cringy AO3 posts.
And Rosina sent $2 to me. Rosina, $2 to charity, please. Not me. Although Rosina's already sent like a couple hundred, so thank you. Says, I can't donate for Loose Rule 34 / Loose Cosplay GIS. I don't know what GIS is. And Fennec is telling me not to do that voice again. Do you not like it when I'm creepy, Fennec?
That's not creepy. That's more like just a bad Christian Bale impersonation.
It does sound a little bit like you're trying to do
Pray
Batman.
to me. Swear to me. No.
God damn it, Pernia! Fuck! Pernia with 50,000 channel points, because apparently this is when all those get cashed in.
No. I'm trying to raise money for charity, goddammit.
That is unfortunate. My audience have raised... God damn it, Liskade Babbitt, die in a fire!
Someone redeemed a hat.
Fuck. Ulu, again!
No. Guys, money to charity. Project Share needs you.
I think obviously, we need to raise the stakes. And it needs to... Fuck. Never mind. I got interrupted. Because...
Death with another... Ulu. God fucking balls!
My chat redeemed... Hold on. My chat redeemed something very sacred that I also have to do.
Oh, God.
It's late.
We lost you, Jake. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No. Now we can, but whatever you just said.
I gotta lick the mic.
You gotta lick the mic.
Chat.
I am not sure.
God.
Okay.
Everything in my ears.
Why?
My ears did not.
That's the rules. You ooh and I like the mic. It is what it is.
I just fucking wear hats, man.
You're watching this shit with me now.
What is that?
This? Oh.
Did you draw that
it's
yourself?
Sailor Moon.
No.
Is that in an Xbox case?
This is Anime Exposed. This is from a Christian propaganda studio called Little Light Studios. They make modern day satanic panic content for a living.
Sirs, you must send that to me. You must rip that DVD and send it to me.
You only get them in.
I need it.
They didn't upload this somewhere. You had to buy it.
I need that in my veins.
So I didn't buy it. I think it was Nakibri in my chat bought it for me.
No.
But also, hold on. Let me see if do I have their.
I have so many of those kinds of things too.
There's also.
Someone sent me a DVD of The King of Breasts.
There's also this movie called Control, which I haven't touched yet. It's still in its wrapper. It's from the same studio, and it's them saying like video games are controlling our lives because of Satan or some shit.
So one of my favorite Christian movies is I think it's called 33 AD. It's the one where time traveling Muslims go back in time to assassinate Jesus before he can get crucified. So time traveling Christians have to go back in time to stop the time traveling Muslims so that Jesus cannot be assassinated so that he can be killed later.
But wait, hold on. That doesn't make any sense because the Quran, part of it literally requires Jesus coming back.
You think Christians know that?
Prophecy.
You think Christians care what the Quran says when portraying Muslims?
I would assume from portraying Muslims, they would have at least looked at their holy book at least once.
They don't even know what Judeo values are in their Judeo-Christian values. You expect them to care about Muslim values?
I don't know, man.
Anyway, I've actually emailed the director of that movie because I covered that years and years and years ago on a drunken movie night, and they took it down with the DMCA, and I emailed them to be like I challenged the DMCA, being like, hey, this was fair use. I didn't play the whole movie. I think I did actually play the whole movie. Whatever. I was like, yeah, it's fair use. I'm doing commentary. Whatever. And he actually emailed me back personally. So like I have email contact with the director, and he was like, yeah, no, I did a lot of DMCAs that day. You're going to have to be more specific.
Fucking
like,
dude.
Wow, dude, you're a cock.
It was pretty funny. Anyway, we got more donations. Rosina sent $34.56. So we are now sitting at $13.48 and whatever 56 plus 23 is. Karen T donated $50 saying good luck. Rosina said threesome in onesies. I want that fan art.
Wow.
Talk to Stoff. Stoff still hasn't given us our Gay Unicorn Gary fan art. I mean, okay, Stoff did give us a fan art of Gay Unicorn Gary, but not the threesome.
I do not want to say what's been going on in Stoff's personal life. There's a reason that stuff has not happened.
Okay, but there are other people that could do that.
True. Many of you draw wieners and boobs for a living.
I know. I've seen what you've done, Pernia.
And also, it was axolotls with cream that did the fan art that you're talking about.
It's really a question of, are you willing to pay the cost to make such art?
Exactly.
The toll it takes on a soul.
Or the financial burden it takes to commission an artist to do work.
That is all sure, yeah.
Yeah, so Jake, Gay Unicorn Gary, this originated from I just did off the cuff, I did a bit in a video that was like, it was one of those presuppositionalist things where like, oh no, you feel guilty deep down inside, even if you don't admit that you feel guilty. And so my response to that was like, okay, well, two can play that game. You want to have a gay orgy with Gay Unicorn Gary because Gay Unicorn Gary is the creator of everything. He's put that urge deep down inside all of us. If you deny it, that's just because you're denying it in your unrighteousness. And then my editor, I just like texted them after I did that and was like, hey, that Gay Unicorn Gary thing I did, can you just like whip up a character for that we can show? And this is what they came up with like very little input. And I'm just like, yes, it's perfect.
Very beautiful.
It is perfect.
Pernia says I'm rendering video, so I can't really draw till it's done. Pernia, I'm actually curious. Did we ever figure out what's going on with the VTuber model stuff either? I don't remember what happened with that. I just know it lost in the Aether at some point. But apparently, Rhino, all of your porn requests are being denied. Everybody's busy.
Yeah, no. What is wrong with your degen audience? Okay, Jake's audience, you guys get in on this.
Oh my God.
Jake's got to have some artists in his audience.
I'm gonna need the smut artists to get on it and dig deep.
Deep inside where Gay Unicorn Gary's going to be during the orgy.
That's where you got it. The only place to find him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be deep inside. He's going to be swapping between people too quickly to do that.
I mean, did you notice that his horn is a graduated butt plug?
Yes.
I know you noticed.
Yeah.
Wow. That you use the term graduated makes me feel like I'm in the class prior to this one.
I actually know there is a proper term for it, which graduated is not, but I forget what the proper term is.
Staging.
Okay.
Staging.
It's a
There
staging.
There we
Staging? Because you use it for staging into various sizes. That's what it's for.
To stage.
Yeah.
To stage the butthole.
It's to get ready for the penis.
Well, or whatever.
Yeah, it's
whatever else you got going on.
Like I just to make sure that I'm not crazy, I looked it up on Amazon. 4-stage butt plug.
Or stage. I mean, that makes sense.
Plug.
Like a rocket ship.
Also called a butt trainer.
Butt trainer? That's cute.
Those are
though.
called
What
a butt
a cute
trainer.
little name for
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I could use a butt trainer.
Butt trainer. I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little butt trainer. You know, it trains your butt.
I could absolutely see someone ordering that, thinking that it was something to like make your butt like toned better or something.
It's so that you can take bigger wieners, Rhino. Bigger wieners.
I know that. I'm saying I could totally see someone else ordering it, thinking that it's not what it is.
Oh, like I see.
Fab is asking, what the F is that onesie on the right about, by the way? Okay, so my onesie is a Rhino onesie, but I do hat redeems on my Twitch thing, so somebody redeemed a hat, so I've got my head inside a flower.
Hat. At a glance, it looked like a vagina hat on top of the Rhino
I mean,
onesie.
Flowers are the genitalia of plants, so I literally have my head inside a plant's private bits. So we're at 1348. We're still we're just under 200 shy of getting Cirrus to do an uwu. But apparently a bunch of degens in his chat have too many channel points, so they're redeeming the uwus instead of
they have been
giving money to charity. They're stealing food from children's bellies by using channel points.
Exactly true.
Imagine doing that.
So I heard you guys right when I joined the chat right before you guys were talking about the CEO that got clipped. How do we feel about this?
I think that any joke I could make, I may have to spend an inordinate amount of time delaying Twitch, trying to do something about it. I may even have to deny that I did anything wrong, and if I'm too funny, I may even have to defend myself in court about it. But
So
I see.
Okay, were you going to?
But I think it was worth a shot.
So I'm just going to say that I'm going to point out that there is an entire industry in the United States, a whole segment of companies that their sole purpose is that insurance companies will send claims to them to say, how can you deny this? And then they will tell the insurance company on what grounds they can deny it. And then the insurance company
like killing people to me.
Yeah.
That just sounds like killing people.
And that is a whole fucking industry. So
one could argue more deaths than one CEO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we're utilitarians here.
Yeah. And I mean, we're just, facts don't care about our feelings. Yeah, so I'm also I'm not surprised whatsoever, and I would be happy to cover more stories in similar ways.
Phil Ashio in my YouTube chat says, "Oh no." Anyway,
yeah.
So
it's funny because it seems to even have like the normie part of the internet pretty much in just like a shrug. Like, I don't care.
Which makes me wonder how has the states resisted healthcare for all at this point? When everybody universally gets behind the murdering of an insurance CEO, but somehow the line "people love their insurance companies" still works to get people voting Republican?
So the issue, unfortunately, is how deep ingrained so much of this stuff is with American society. As an example, I'm going to go ahead and explain it in the easiest way possible. It's a hostage situation. So when you say, hey, we need to get rid of the insurance industry, or we need to severely downscale it so that private industry is not taking over what should be a public good. That means getting rid of a lot of jobs, and it means getting rid of a lot of people who need these jobs to survive.
Counterpoint, some of those jobs are figuring out how to deny claims and nothing else.
Here's the thing. Remember, I agree with you.
Like, there have been doctors that were hired by those companies who then quit like, a doctor that would take a job at such a company to begin with has quit in disgust at how heinous and immoral they are.
But I will say this. it is incredibly unpopular to the very job-focused American to say, I don't give a shit about your job. It's the wrong thing to do. It's the correct choice. The correct choice is, fuck these jobs, people need healthcare.
Okay, back when Obama was president, I dabbled in libertarianism. I remember how serious these people were about the fear of death panels under Obama.
Mm-hmm.
This is literal fucking death panels.
We have them right now.
You
they
have
already
them.
exist.
It's the Republican thing that leads to death panels.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that there is, it's people definitely all want healthcare, regardless of their station, and it polls at like 70% approval rating. And so to pitch it in the right way is all we need to do for people to receive the message and for them to be on board. And obviously the Democratic people that run, like literally the Democrats that run in our country, are devout
They do not know
capitalists.
They do not know how to pitch it to the American people.
No, well, and because they don't feel it, right? Because they don't even. That's not their.
They don't know what it feels like.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga, no.
That's probably DMCA.
No,
But-
I clicked on a link that Cute Dark Arts sent in my chat.
Well.
Oh, I know what link that is. Okay. Yep. Anyway.
I thought
a
there was going to be
Rick
NSF fan art of us, but it was a copyrighted music.
But yeah, I mean, like, so these you have these people that make their money literally by being lobbied by corporations all the time. So I'm not surprised that they're not running on any sort of liberation for the working class, because we don't have representatives that really do that, except for like a handful.
And if you look at the arguments that were put together, like for the Harris administration this time around, they were all aimed at the American middle class.
Oh yeah.
Not the, and I hate saying lower class Americans, but financially that's what it would be. People who are closer to the poverty line. Those people were not advocated for in the Harris campaign. The middle class was advocated for. The medical assistance that was advocated for the Harris campaign was, maybe we'll save you about $800 a year on medications that nobody can fucking get diagnoses to get prescriptions for because they can't get in there.
So okay, I'm just Jake. I know Cyrus knows this, but so in Canada, when I do my taxes, I can actually look at the line item of like how much of my taxes go to paying for my healthcare. Do you know what the most I have ever paid?
I don't. How much?
$700 for a year.
Wow.
And
that's 3 months of insurance or so.
And I have a family of 7.
Oh, for everybody?
Well, okay.
Okay, never mind.
3 of them are on their own taxes, so I do tax. It was family of 5 was the max.
Wow.
But still.
Man, I remember when
So that makes me. I'm so happy for you, and I'm bitter.
Just out of curiosity, you know how Canada is the reason why we can't have flamethrowers in wartime? I'm just pointing that out as a yes. Your war crimes are the reasons we can't use flamethrowers anymore.
Well, to be fair, our war crimes are just allowed.
No. What I'm saying is, if Canada were to maybe expand. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, there's a joke that usually makes the rounds in the Canadian military that it's not a war crime the first time you do it. Because Canadians in war, like we are actually fucking vicious if you push us to the edge.
Yes.
And look up what happened on D-Day. The Canadians were the only country that fulfilled all their objectives on D-Day. Everybody else failed something. We were the only ones that got everything.
One of my chatters with zero dependents spent this year $8,743.52.
Fuck the American healthcare system.
One of my Fennec in my chat is saying my premiums alone for just me were $1,500 for the year, and that's not including the deductible or anything else.
Yeah.
So there's a friend.
Deductible is just a wild idea to me as a Canadian.
Yeah. Oh, it's so. And here's the thing: it's like inverse to the type of care you can get. It's like you have to make sure that you can you have to be in like a little swath of healthcare coverage to actually take advantage of your coverage. And if you happen to get in an accident outside of your network or something, you can get fucked. If you are traveling and get sick, it can be fucky. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's way more expensive. And the healthcare professionals, and this is maybe the worst part, the professionals that work in the healthcare industry, your doctors and nurses, spend half their time or more on this bullshit instead of actually spending time on patients, and they all hate it. One of my best friends is an actual literal fucking doctor. He's on the brink of just quitting because the whole thing is a house of cards, and it's all about denying people that need care that his job is to give and his oath was given to do, and they don't allow it. They just literally prevent it from happening at every turn, and he has to spend his time that's value. He spent all this time going to fucking school to learn how to heal people, and instead of spending time arguing with insurance.
So I'm not gonna lie, there's an idea that I have for the video essay I'm working on. I kind of want to float by both of you as a thing, because I've seen a few of my friends do this on like gaming related content, and I don't see why it wouldn't work for this. I kind of just want a rant about either how good the healthcare is in your country or how fucked the healthcare is in this country. And it can be about anything for like a solid minute, and I can just weave it into the fucking essay.
Here's the thing. Of all the countries with socialized healthcare, Canada's one of the worst.
Yeah.
We have long wait times. We have expensive prescriptions compared to other socialized healthcares. Ours is still dirt cheap compared to yours. But like, yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Crazy. I would fucking be so happy to have your system. That's crazy.
But Jake, I have to pay like $100 a month for my ADHD meds.
That's a lot, but
it's not $1,500 a month in a premium.
So much less than ours, right? That'd be beautiful. I can't. I mean, like, man, I can't even imagine.
And what's great though is like I go to I just use the Walmart pharmacy. And the pharmacist there is so used to, like, the city that I'm in, mostly poor people, really, really poor people. This is the place you go to buy a house when you can't afford to buy a house because nobody wants to live here because the houses are cheap. And so every time I go to a prescription, he always like makes a big production of like, I tried doing this and this and this. I applied for this program. Like I was trying to bring the cost of your prescription down. And like, I have had 20-minute conversations with the guy where like, I am just sitting there like, I am one of the privileged people that I can just pay for my medication and like, just like, no, I just want to go. But like, he is so passionate about like trying to save people as much money as possible. But like, it's just the prescription. Where like I like between myself, my partner, and all our kids, we probably spend about $700 a month on drugs.
God, that's just still. It sounds so crippling for most people, though.
Yeah, but like that's we're a family of 7. Like between me and her, we've got 5 kids. So like the premiums for healthcare on that before deductible are probably going to be more than $700 in the States.
Yeah. And so what we're forced to do is find a job that can provide that kind of care. And then, obviously that makes you pretty, wrapped up by the capitalist infrastructure. Like you're stuck. You have to participate and you have to defend it or your family loses health care. Like it's crazy the amount of like it's the juxtaposition of the amount of privilege the average American or even just like Western person has, but like definitely in America versus the amount of like stress and how close you are to just fucking losing it is really bad.
70% of Americans, it's either 60 or 70% of Americans last time I checked, are one paycheck away, not from crisis, but from homelessness.
Yeah.
Just fucking homelessness.
That's crazy and sad, and I think we're all tired of it.
Oh, the goddamn housing market's ridiculous. Like I'm in the process of moving right now, and it's crazy to me that like I already own a house and it's mostly paid off thanks to my deceased wife's life insurance. And so it's crazy to me that like, oh, I was lucky enough to have someone die and leave me with a bunch of money to pay down most of my mortgage. And I can barely afford to move into a slightly bigger house that has more room for all the kids.
Yeah.
Because housing is just ridiculous right now. And it's like, and I recognize the crazy privileged position that I'm starting from. Like,
But it shouldn't be, right?
Yeah.
That's like a normal person's life, right? The idea is that, and what they pitched to us is like, you know, you should want a family in whatever way that manifests, but it usually means you and at least one other person, whether they're your kids or just friends or whatever.
Because of the whole partner already has kids thing. Like, I had a vasectomy after 3 kids, and then I had 2 more.
Yeah. Yep. And so, I mean, I think a big step in the right direction for housing, besides abolishing rent, which is just, you know, would help everybody immediately, is to limit corporate ownership of homes.
Yes.
And not allow, like, literally not allow them to have property like that. It would immediately drive prices down, and they wouldn't be able to just sit on them because people actually need them. And having 1 or 2 family homes to a name, I think, would be ideal.
So yeah, one of the things that Canada's been doing to kind of try and curb the market a bit is you can know they put a moratorium on foreign ownership of homes, because we had a huge problem with wealthy business people from China just buying up all the houses and then not even renting them. Like my partner, when I met her, she had a tiny rinky-dink 2-bedroom apartment, and her rent was $1,600 a month.
Boy, howdy, that's what most of the rents are here now.
Yeah,
anyways.
but like when I first bought this house before the housing market exploded, I bought it for $120,000. My rent or my mortgage was like $700 a month. So
yeah,
it's
just in general, I mean, the prices are insane, which is why we're doing a charity thing right now.
Because a lot of people in Niagara can't afford housing
than this.
Thank you for actually remembering what we were doing, Jay. Because yeah, no, a lot of people in Niagara can't afford housing. Like I said, rinky-dink 2-bedroom apartment.
Charity your fucking money
is $1,600 a month, and her rent went up to $1,800 a month. And Doug Ford, our premier, who wants to be the Canadian Trump, he has eliminated rent controls on new buildings. So a lot of people can't afford rent, and Project Share helps with that.
The counter propaganda against like pretty normal stuff that they have branded extreme, like we shouldn't be beholden to corporations for our housing, is like insane.
Even if you must have rent, don't increase the rent more than inflation. Seems like a no-brainer.
It seems like a no-brainer,
but
then you wouldn't be able to make all the money.
No, you still make all the fucking money.
No, we need more money. You don't understand. The line needs to go up. It needs to go up more. More money. I actually looked into, because the house that I am currently in is mostly paid off. We actually looked into, like, how would we, like, is it possible to buy a house and keep this one as a rental property? And both of us, both me and my partner, were like, first off, we were both like, okay, well, we would obviously rent it for less than market rate because market rate is fucking ridiculous. But then we kind of ended on like, but if we're going to rent a house out, we have to be willing to evict people. And I don't think either of us are willing to do that. That's kind of the issue that I would have. Like, I know where I am right now, there's 2 houses that I'm set to be able to inherit eventually when the family members who have those houses pass. When that happens, the question of what to do with this house begins. I don't know if I can kick somebody out of the house.
Yeah.
There was only one situation where I did and could, and the person who forced my hand on that doesn't live here anymore. So I don't think that's in me.
Okay, someone gave $20.24 anonymously, saying "Good work, Rhino." We are
They're all fucked.
We're $155 away from Cirrus giving us an uwu that a bunch of you already ruined.
You all ruined it. See, that's what Rhino said. That means you stop using your channel points on streams, and you definitely don't look into the inner psychology of the streamer who set up the things that he doesn't want you to do as things for you to make me do. We don't look into that. You just accept.
What's engagement bait? I don't know what that is. What are you talking about?
Understand? My job on the internet is to get humiliated for your pleasure. That sounds closer to a different type of work than I do.
Van Briggs redeemed a hydrate. Thank you for that. I probably should drink some water.
That sounds more sexual than it should be. The Sonic onesie is starting to feel a bit warmer than it needs to.
I'm boiling over here. I mean, so when Circe joined the Zoom call, I was like doing my waiting for people to join, playing Hollow Knight sort of thing. And if you play Hollow Knight, there are these worm things, not the grubs that you have to save, but there are these worm things that, like, when you show up, they like run away from you and then bump into walls and go like, oh, every time they bump into a wall. So Cirrus joined the Zoom call just as those guys were doing their and so he's just like, Rhino, is this a bad time? Do I need to come back later?
That's funny.
My guy, you okay there? I'm just hearing the
just enjoying himself.
And then me, I'm just like,
his worm moan,
as someone
all.
who works behind the camera a lot, I always hear stuff like that, and I'm just like, it was somebody's job one day to go into a sound booth and just lean into a microphone and go,
You pay me for that.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'll do that.
As somebody who has been paid to do that now, that is how the job works. It's literally, all right, now I need you to moan that way, but 5 separate distinct ways for each decibel of moan. Thank you. That'll be $10.
Yeah.
Well,
apparently Udhef, I'm not even going to try to say that name, says, I unsubscribed from a lot of leftist channels. Vice Rhino is like one of the few I have in my sub list. So my regular YouTube channel stuff is not particularly leftist. It's mostly just like, hey, this is why creationism doesn't work.
yeah.
But yeah, I definitely have been dropping some anti-Trump stuff in there. My favorite was like, I did one line where I was like, yeah, problem of evil. Obviously, the universe doesn't have a good plan for us because the fucking rapist, felonious, whatever. I described him with like 3 things that are just factually true statements.
Yeah.
Some guy wrote this massive screed. It must have taken him like 2 hours to type the whole thing out. It's like I read the first paragraph, then I clicked read more and scrolled down, and then I kept scrolling, and then I kept and it was still there, and it's like, it's a fucking YouTube. So I read the first comment, saw how long it was, and was like, delete. I'm sure you worked hard on that.
That sucks. Sucks to be them, man. I mean,
YouTube
comments
can't.
are cesspool.
YouTube comments are a cesspool. Because I haven't been making content on the main channel with the branding shift, I have only been getting the videos going outside of my viewer base, getting the Trump supporters, the Matt Walsh fans, and all of them. Those are the only comments I get on the big channel anymore while I'm working on the main video. So I'm just like, thank you, YouTube Studio. We're just gonna have you locked on my Magic the Gathering channel, and cool. That's all I care about now.
Yeah. On my shorts make it into the Christian circles. So I get a lot of comments on my shorts being like, well, God loves you even if you don't love him.
Yeah, my dad said that too before he beat me. Don't give a shit.
Oh, wow.
Kidding. My dad didn't actually do that, but that would have been my response.
You just lie about it.
More of a just like, hey, here's this thing that probably happened to more people in this comment section than should be comfortable.
It's I don't know. The hold that religion has on people is very fascinating, but it's also like a symptom of them never being taught to like be allowed to think about it. Like they go into panic mode right away every time you talk to someone for the first time about it. Do you think there's like a very good way to talk to them?
A very good way to talk to people who are religious and So
prior to their deconstruction phase is usually pretty easy to talk to them, but prior to
the first thing you've got to ask yourself is your goal to make this person a better person, a more understanding person, a more empathetic person, or is the goal to deconvert them? I would say if the goal is to deconvert them, that's the wrong goal, because you're just gonna, if you have somebody who has shitty values, they're just going to turn into atheism is unstoppable if they deconvert. That's all you're going to do.
I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, you're just going to make another one of the rabid kangaroos. You're not going to actually do anything better in the world. So instead, you go, hey, do you really think that's what your God wants? Do you really think your God would want you acting this way? Do you really think he would want them being this way? You appeal to them from within their religion. I say this because that's the thing that moved me on evolution when I was a young Earth creationist. I went to Pensacola Christian Academy, and I was taught at that academy that we were a non-denominational Christian sect. And being a kid, I didn't know that just meant Baptist. Like, that's what non-denomination really means in the South. It just means we are Baptists.
Oh, it means that up here in Canada too.
But
basically,
because I didn't know that, to me, a Catholic was as much of a Christian as anybody else. They just had some quirky beliefs outside of the norm, and that was all that meant. So when I got to high school and my science teacher, who believed in evolution, was a Catholic, and he openly let us know that he was a Catholic, if he had not let me know that he was a Catholic, I would have just never listened to anything he said about evolution. It took that appeal from within to move me even an inch. So I think the best thing to do is almost always look at where they are standing in their religion and find something in that religion that appeals to the humanitarian you want them to be, and that will help them start working on that journey. If deconstruction ends up being part of it, that can happen, and that will be great. But if it doesn't end up happening, at least you've turned somebody from a fuck shit into less of a fuck shit.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I think so. I'm recontextualizing my deconversion story in my head right now, because my partner has been telling me for ages that I am autistic. I am not diagnosed, so I'm like, as a content creator, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I have self-diagnosed with autism. Like, self-diagnosis can be valid, but in the case of someone who has a platform, I'm not going to use that as like, oh, for sure I am. However, I have 2 autistic children, and the last one to get diagnosed, their psychiatrist actually like told me like, yeah, no, I'm a pediatric psychiatrist, so I can't officially diagnose you, but yes, you're autistic. So I'm debating whether or not to actually officially be like, oh yes, I am autistic, but like recontextualizing that, I'm like, from a very literalistic, this is what makes sense kind of way, I like my deconversion story happened because I'm like, well, if there is an all-powerful God, and there is a book that is the word of God, it is going to say exactly what he wants it to say. Yeah. Therefore, it should be perfect. And so when I found one tiny little error that it's not even one of the hard errors to reconcile, it's got an easy reconciliation, but it was an apparent error. And I'm like, well, the reconciliation, it would be super easy to word that in a way that would make the reconciliation the actual thing instead of making it look like there was an error. And that is the thing that, like, that was the first domino to fall that made me eventually deconvert.
That's interesting.
And so I'm looking at that like, maybe this isn't the best way to appeal to the masses because not everybody has got that autistic literalism that I do.
Mm-hmm.
And most people will find a way to contort around it. Like there's a player at my magic shop who is Mormon, and I made a joke about I think it was about the underpants. I want to say it was some joke at Mormonism's expense.
Yeah,
didn't like it.
And he just kind of went, oh, "That's just a different sect of Mormonism. That's different." I'm like, "You're not dying and going to Kolob. I'm sorry, that's not fucking happening."
It's a different sect of the one true religion.
Yeah.
It's a different sect of the one true religion. Definitely.
So I think my success in deconverting people has been in them being able to laugh a little bit and hopefully find some humor in the funny stories. But I think in a one-on-one situation, I think I lean towards what Rhino's saying with the logical issues with the whole story. Specifically with like Christianity or whatever, like original sin, or I talk to a lot of people about like just the creation story in general, because some of them aren't like creationists necessarily and aren't like really dug in on that. So that tends to move people. Like evolution seems to be pretty bad for creationists in general, and that's why they're always talking about it. But
yeah,
I do find, there's definitely an emotional attachment that these people have to they planted their flag in the I believe in God thing, and they haven't even considered that it's just not true. And I, having never experienced being religious, I don't know what it feels like to be religious. So that's why I like to ask people, because like
it's very comforting. I actually remember I was a fucking stupid kid. I got my head stuck in between the banister bars or whatever when I was a kid.
Scary. That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, no, I remember being terrified that like, what if I can't get out of here? And then comforting myself with the thought that God wouldn't let this be the way that I die.
Right. But isn't that, like that sounds comforting, but like also that quite literally that thought leads people to just dying in the banister, right? Like, like metaphorically, but like in general, like
when I escaped the banister, I was like, see, I was right. God didn't let me die.
Right.
So like, you're right
then it's
until you're
bias,
not.
right? Yeah.
It's the Monty Python, if she's a witch, she floats shit.
Yeah.
Well, if she died...
I also, as a moody teenager, I never struggled with suicidal ideation in a way that I, looking back on it, would consider serious. But there were several times when I was like being a moody teenager, I was mad at my parents or whatever, and I was like, oh, I just want to fast track it to heaven. What if I jump out my window in such a way that I'm going to impale myself on the fence? But I know suicide's a sin, but like after the act has been done, I can ask for forgiveness on the way down. And so like
trying to game it out.
Yeah.
I used to do similar shit, not in the suicidal ideation point, but like, so right before I went on to middle school, which was my public school, while I was still in the private school, I met my first friend who swore. I was not used to that because all of the people I knew were, from the Christian private school. Who would dare swear in that group at that age, right? So I met my first friend who was in a public school, and he did swear, and I started swearing by, I'll just say bleep, and everybody will know that I'm swearing. I didn't realize as a kid that was cringe as shit. And then what I would do is I would say, okay, well, I want to say the fuck word, but after I say the word, I'm just going to whisper a prayer every single time. That way I'll never have the repertoire of sins if dying happens.
So
like you think about like the list of sins as like a thing that is being accounted for at all times until you repent for them.
Basically, that's what I thought.
And do you have to like specifically account for them, or can you kind of like be like, I repent for all sins and not be aware of? I repent.
Okay.
I repent for all sins.
So Jake, that is one of the things that terrified me when I was a Christian, because you'd go to church and they tell you in church you have to confess your sin and repent from it. So I'm like, okay, but there's so many fucking rules in the Old Testament that I don't even know. How can I confess to breaking the mixed fabric rule if I didn't know that the mixed fabric rule was a rule? Right. Like, am I going to go to hell because I didn't have the Old Testament memorized, so I couldn't actively confess for everything that I did wrong? So I would also do the blanket pardons. But as an atheist, this is a fairly new thing that I've just kind of figured out. I figured it out on my own, but I guarantee you that I'm not the first person to have thought of it. But God is supposed to be outside of space and time. Mm-hmm. And as a Christian, like the whole thing is like Jesus died for your sins in advance.
Yeah.
So you ask Jesus for forgiveness or whatever. But so because God is not constrained by space and time, then when I was Christian, when I was a true believer who actually believed this shit, and I said, hey, Jesus, forgive me for everything, he's not bound by space and time. That includes my atheist shit that I do later in life. So even if Christianity is true, I'm still going to heaven.
Fucker.
Yeah.
Because
big thought crimer right here.
No, I'm still going to heaven because I asked for blanket forgiveness for everything. So if that actually works, God's not constrained by space or time, so I'm good.
So you're saying it's not It's not about when you do it, just that you do it once.
Well, yeah, because
All right, I repent for
the
my sins.
sacrifice.
Get fucked.
Oh,
The sacrifice happened thousands of years before I was born. So what does it matter when I ask forgiveness for? Why would you
analog
put
method
constraints
of
on
the
God?
Sacrifice. Why is that particularly effective to a Christian? Like, why was that an appealing? Like, oh, okay, of course that worked. You know?
Well, I don't know. I
because
just figured
God made
Exactly.
it that way.
That's what I thought. Like, no one ever thought.
it
Like,
doesn't
oh,
fucking
yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. So I had never considered that it was ritualistic blood sacrifice.
Yeah, it's a million% that too.
Until it was actually one of your videos, Rhinos, and you would say that over and over
Ritualistic
again.
cannibalism.
Ritualistic blood sacrifice, and I was like, it's not that. It's not that. No, it wasn't a blood sacrifice. And the more I'm thinking about it, I'm like, we fucking killed a guy. Yeah, it was.
Well, the crazy thing is that God of the Old Testament actively forgave people who he said weren't even repentant. He was just like, I'm tired of dealing with your shit, so I forgive you. That's a thing that happened in the Old Testament. So, like, Jesus was unnecessary. He could just forgive you.
Right. Like, why is God incapable of forgiveness
people,
without blood sacrifice?
When two people who are delirious from blood loss and lack of oxygen, Lord, do you forgive me? Yes, I do, son. Probably. It looks like there's 5 of you on the other cross right now.
Atheist Cat 2 says, Rhino, how many times did you eat shellfish as a kid? Love fucking shrimp. Shrimp is delicious.
I grew up in Florida, so all the damn time.
Yeah, I didn't grow up religious at all, so I didn't think about any of this stuff. So it's really fascinating to hear people's stories. It's always been weird to me, all of it. Because I had like religious friends, and I would like stay over on a Saturday, and then Sunday morning be like, "We're going to church." It's like,
and you were
okay.
like, "What the fuck is a church?"
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have as much critical analysis when I was a kid about it, but it was. I remember her handing me, my buddy's friend handed me $1 for the collection plate, but I didn't know, and so I put it in my pocket, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Put it in the plate." I'm like, oh,
why?
I basically felt like she took $1 from me, and so I put it in the fucking thing. It sucked.
So I actually, my kids I deconverted early enough that most of my kids were raised completely non-religious. And my oldest, I actually did a podcast with them for a little while called The Bible Through a Child's Eyes, where like I was reading the Bible to them. The goal was to get through the whole thing, but like they grow up eventually, and you know we're too busy to like that podcast is done. We got through Genesis, and then I skipped to the New Testament for a little bit just so we could cover some of it. But like it's amazing to me, like as someone who was raised non-religious, she picked up on the exact things that like the exact arguments that I've been making as an atheist, but like I've never exposed her to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they picked up on it and was like, oh no, God is immoral. Why would he do that? That doesn't make any sense. And
yeah, kids are smart.
Yeah.
Kids can.
It's amazing what not having a bunch of predispositions from having years of experience helps for your perspective.
So when
indoctrinated to think a certain way,
not being corrupted.
When COVID first hit, we went up one of the houses by her bus stop for school. They put up a sign in their window that said "Covered by the blood of the Lamb."
Fuck,
and as a kid who had not been raised religious, she read that and was like, what is going on in that house? Why are they talking about bathing in lamb's blood? What is going on there? So I had to explain to them. It's like, oh no, that's just a metaphor for that time when there was a human sacrifice that did. Oh, how do I explain this in a way that makes sense? I don't know. I can't. It doesn't make sense.
They killed their god on a plank of wood. It was normal.
So here's the thing about that time they ritualistically cannibalized their god.
Yeah. It was acceptable back then. It was normal, like racism.
So did evolution play a role for either of you, or was it acceptable? Like, could you conceive of a god that was like, oh, he could do evolution too?
So for me, like I said, evolution was that first stone that fell.
Okay.
In PCA, we literally were taught in the ABECA literature that Darwin had a bedside confession. So like he denied evolution. Yeah. So like the evolution thing was the first thing that fell. The thing that really played a role in my deconversion, though, not even gonna lie, was just not being around my family. That was it. Like it was that the first stone that dropped was definitely the evolution one because of the Catholic teacher. But as soon as I spent time in the real world for a couple of years without the constant religious reinforcement on me, it just kind of evaporated over time. I think one of the ones, this was an incident that happened after I had already become an atheist, or at least like had definitely abandoned enough of my religion ideals that I could have been considered one. I was working as a manager at McDonald's, and
That'll turn anyone atheist.
yes, but I've told the story on stream before. I was working as a manager at McDonald's, and there was a manager who I used to be friends with during a previous stint I had at the same company. I'd left and came back.
Wow, I did the same thing, by the way.
So when I came back, this manager has started becoming an asshole. I didn't understand why. It was weird to me. I was like, it's only been 3 years. Like, what the fuck changed in your life? Well, I found out the problem was that his mom had begun working at that McDonald's as well, and she was just a raging bitch. Holy shit. So, of course, he was not having a great time anymore. He got moved to another McDonald's. Of course, eventually corporate has to do that, or franchise at this point. So I'm working there, and I'm in the middle of my 2 weeks notice because I'm leaving to go work for Publix. They said, hey, we can pay you more and you're not even going to be a manager. I'm like, oh, so I'll do less work and I'll make more money. Fuck yeah, that sounds great. So I'm in the middle of my 2 weeks notice, and the manager mom is on staff with me. We are the same position, mind you. We both have the exact same pay grade, all of that. And she says, hey, can you prep the burritos for the following morning? I said, okay, I'll get someone to do that because, manager, I'll delegate somebody to take care of that task. No, I told you to do it. Excuse the fuck out of me. You aren't my boss.
Still mad about the burrito argument. Dude, I have some of those from McDonald's too where I'm like, hey, fuck you. You put the fucking eggs back like I told you. Like,
okay. I worked at fucking Taco Bell for 3 months, and I quit because I had like a little soul patch thing going on, and they wanted to make me wear a beard net.
So after I was forced to work on the burritos, so not forced, but I acquiesced because despite being a manager, I didn't have as much of a spine as I should have. I said something disparaging under my breath. I don't know what it was. But it was one of those just like, I'm going to say this to comfort me type of things. And so another worker on the shift heard that I said something under my breath and thought that I called her a fucking dumb bitch. Don't worry, I was thinking it, but that's not what I said. I don't remember what I said, but I would have remembered if I had called her a fucking dumb bitch. So she then goes to that manager and reports me for doing that. And that manager gets special permission from the store manager to write me up. Again, a thing she's not able to do without the store manager literally stepping in because he's the only one with the ability to do that at our pay grade. So she does that, and I go to the employee who lied about what I had said to this other manager and said, well, why did you do that? And she goes, nah, honey, no, I did the right thing. I talked to the Lord about it. God told me it was the right thing to do. And then I did that. And I'm just sitting there like, you think God told you to make another manager circumvent the rules so that I could be written up while I'm in the middle of my 2 weeks notice and don't give a shit? That's what you think?
There's a section in the Bible where God gets really involved in McDonald's managerial politics.
So Jassa redeemed a hats off to me, so I decided to put on my world's okayest bisexual hat.
There you go.
Not technically bisexual. I'm pansexual, but sure.
So that was one of my like, I don't remember when in the deconversion process that was. It was like very, very at the end or what. But I do know that incident has basically become a formative memory for me going, I don't give a fuck how many gods you think told you to do shit anymore. I don't care. This is my experience with somebody saying a god.
I knew a person that got radicalized at McDonald's and stopped being a Christian and started becoming a member of the Secular Student Alliance. And I'm not joking, because the Higgs boson particle was nicknamed the God particle. And he was like, that's it. I'm not a fucking Christian anymore. I'm like, how? We've had like 30 conversations about this and this.
Oh, I remember when the Higgs boson was first discovered. I forget who it was, but there was like a webcomic artist that I followed that they came up with a webcomic that was like, I found the Hugs bison. And it was just some guy hugging a bison. I'm like, I love that. I want that on a shirt. And then I never bought it.
Do you pronounce it bison? Is that correct?
Is it not bison?
Is that how Canadians say it?
Is it not bison?
Bison is how I say it. But am I just
hear no difference.
An American
I hear no difference.
Flat bison?
Bison?
With a Z. Yeah, you're saying like a Z sound.
You mean Zed?
Fucking look at you.
I don't want Canada to take
Somebody
over the
donate
$155
so Sirs can ooh and stop with this. Like, hey, we had a nasty winter storm today. It was a right cold one. No dude about it.
No dude about. I mean, I'm in Michigan. I lost my Michigan accent for the most part because I had moved around the country and come back. But I'd be right there with you. Do you call it? You're in the Niagara area, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Do you call it pop or soda?
Pop usually, but we can.
Okay.
We're bilingual. We know what you mean when you say
We're
soda.
bilingual.
I did just go to Alabama though, where they call it all Coke. Like, what kind of Coke do you want, Sprite?
Insane stuff.
I'm from the everything is called Coke section of the United States. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But Coke is a specific type of pop.
Darumba, thank you for the raid.
Exactly.
I appreciate it. We've all been stuck in onesies for charity.
Okay, we got a raid. We got new people that can donate. We need $155 to get Sirs to say a fucking ooh. Somebody donate $155 fucking dollars.
Way better than your fucking channel point ones.
Oh, okay.
Way better.
Okay.
For the kids.
This Fab says in my chat, this feels desperate. Yes, the people at Project Share are desperate for your money so they can feed hungry children.
Yeah. Yeah. It's soft drink in Australia? Fuck off.
I mean, we do soft drink here too.
The first time that I heard the phrase
soft drink?
fizzy drinks instead of soda, I about lost it.
Does that
Unfortunately,
I feel like fizzy drinks means like a water or something.
no, it's just another way of saying soda. The first time I found that out, I was reading the Divergent series, which turns out is just about eugenics.
Calling them the fizzies. Nothing soft drinks. Yeah, what makes them soft? What is that? Is it the bubbles?
I guess.
Soft it's okay. This one should be fairly easy. The way that we used to get drinks to be bubbly was by making them alcoholic and fermenting them.
So instead of hard, it's soft.
So when we get bubbly drinks that aren't alcoholic, they're soft drinks instead of hard drinks.
Yeah. That one actually makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny that alcoholic drinks came first.
Well, they came.
I mean,
came
obviously.
first because of they had
Potability.
You know who else came
so that we
first?
could preserve
This guy.
fucking wheat and barley. Well, of course you came first. You're selfish. Get down here.
Wow. Where's the unicorn when you need him?
Right there.
There he is.
Gay Unicorn Gary is always with us. He is always watching, making us want the gay orgy.
He's inside your heart and lungs. And
Gay
ass.
Unicorn Gary comes inside you at all times.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. It does look like we have just about ran up against the end of the time we have been allotted to have a corn cob, though.
Yes. Oh, it is time. That's okay. Hey, I really appreciate you guys.
Hey, we appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Oh yeah, and I'm going to raid into Vice Rhino.
Hell yeah.
I think Circe and I are going to stay live to do a little bit of tweets.
Yeah.
We didn't do a proper. We normally do. We have a show called Twit Tweets where I'll do some news items and then we will make fun of some tweets. We don't have news items this time because we did Jake.
They've been done.
Gay Unicorn Gary approves.
Thank you.
You've been cobbed.
Please help them raise more money for this very good cause. I appreciate you guys having me on. I'll come back whenever. I actually forgot. I would be here longer. You could have me all night on a normal Thursday, but you guys asked me like a month ago or whatever to do this, or 2 weeks ago. And I said yes without thinking. Tonight is Thursday Night Football, and I had already had obligations with the boys, so I gave you guys the first half of the football game.
Goddamn foosball
for me, by the way. So just know that I love you very much.
Okay.
I'm gonna write into you right now. Thank you, stream, as well. I love your faces.
We appreciate you, Jake. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much. And you guys have a good night. I'll just press leave, right? All right. Hey.
Yeah.
I love you guys. All right. Good night. Have a good night.
Jake.
Oh, actual Jake rated me. Thanks, actual Jake viewers. Oh!
Who the fuck is that guy?
Oh God. Oh God. What happened to your face, Cirrus? Oh my God.
Hold on.
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Damn it. I wanted to see if I could get myself like caught between the two.
No. I prepared for this contingency, Cirrus. I am somewhat prepared. All right.
Preparation H.
It's the best preparation. I actually found out once that when you're calling in sick to work, they don't ask questions if the reason you're calling in sick is it's a job that involves a lot of walking, and I've got hemorrhoids that are very painful, so I can't do all the walking. As soon as you say that, they're like, nope, I'm not asking any more questions. Yeah, you got the night off. Bye.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay. So, yeah, we got some tweets to do. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I've got that stupid thing happening where because I've switched desktops too many times tonight, it's like, fuck you, I'm not doing anything anymore. Okay, close some windows. No, okay, sure. I'll use that window. No, god damn it. Images. There we go. Okay, so we got some Twit tweets for you guys tonight. I would really like for you to donate a bit more so we can get Cirrus to do his little uwu. That would be amazing. We're still $155, I think it was, off of that. What are we at? 1383? And we need to get to 1523 in order to do that. Which is math I should be able to do in my head. So yeah, we're $140 off from Cirrus giving us an uwu for money. But, oh, god damn it. God damn it. Wrong button. There we go. So we've got Elon Musk. We're opening with Elon Musk, head of the Department of Governmental Efficiency, guy who is going to be in charge of defunding things, saying defund the ACLU. Which, don't know if you guys are aware of this. ACLU is not funded by the government.
Yeah, that's an independent.
They work from donations. It's like the guy who is going to be in charge of defunding things doesn't know. Like, he can't even be bothered to do a basic Google search to find out that he can't defund the ACLU because they work from donations.
I said this on stream earlier, but I'll say it again. I can't wait until the day that we no longer have to deal with Elon Musk, and not in the I want Elon Musk to die thing, because I think he's a symptom. I want to live in the world where we don't have any more Elon Musks, like plural, like any of these fuckers. I want to live in that world. That's where I want to be now.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be nice if Elon Musk was just an irrelevant billionaire.
It would be nice if he was irrelevant. I think the world
it'd be better if he wasn't a billionaire, but as long as we're going to have billionaires, they should be irrelevant.
I think I want to live in the world where we can't have billionaires, though.
That'd be nice, yeah. Tax them until they're not billionaires. Like, yeah, I'd be fine with $900 million.
Yeah.
Somebody fucking okay. I know we're raising money for charity right now, but somebody super chat me $900 million, and I promise to use it responsibly and to not let it go to my head, and I will do lots of good with it, and I'll live a fucking comfortable life for the rest of my life without having to work another day. Because that's the kind of like absolutely, yeah. No, you give me that kind of money, I can live a fucking fantastic life for the rest of my life and be like the best philanthropist on the planet, and everything's fine. But like, no, now we got Elon Musk saying defund the ACLU, when it's like, no, they work from donations, man. It's just people who want it to be funded giving them money. Like, it's the most democratic thing ever they only work if you give them direct money. Just like Project Share, which you can donate to now by going to donate.vicerhino.com.
Give them fucking money.
Give them fucking money, and Cirrus will give us an uwu. Like I can't push a button.
I guess I will anyway. Uwu. Uwu. Uwu.
Uwu, small beans, little babies.
Okay, that one was H-Bomber, guys, so that one doesn't count.
None of them count.
Somewhere in that random assortment of uwus is the new one you gave. That was the double uwu, or is like uwu. So that's pretty fun. It hasn't come up yet, though. Okay, Inspiring Philosophy says, show me one pre-Constantine text that mentions a pagan festival on December 25th. So this was in response to people saying that Christmas is pagan, which, like, yeah, I'll admit that the evidence that Christian is pagan, like, Christmas itself is pagan, is a little bit tenuous. However, pretty much every culture has a winter solstice celebration of some kind, because winter fucking sucks, and the solstice is when you're halfway through it.
So the thing with Inspiring Philosophy, he's actually a pretty smart guy.
Yeah,
so
which is why he couched this in very specific terms.
December 25th.
Because Saturnalia, the thing that people say Christmas is based on, which there is some evidence that Christian could be based on it technically went from the 17th to the 23rd.
Like, that's the thing. He's December 25th was basically picked arbitrarily.
Mm-hmm.
And so he knows that if he throws the December 25th thing up there, then it's going to be hard for people to find what they're looking for, because they'll go, but that wasn't December 25th. As if it being on December 25th is the important thing.
The replies to this were all sorts of people being like, Saturnalia, buddy, it's been around since like the 3rd century BCE at least, and we have the texts, the original source text to back it up. And then everybody else being like, oh yeah, but Saturnalia only went to the 23rd, not the 25th. Haha, checkmate, atheists. Like, why the fuck? Like, no. It's a midwinter celebration. Every fucking culture has that. Anyway, happy Isaac Newton's birthday, everybody. And for the record, Isaac Newton was a bit of an asshole who, he got a lot of his work for, I forgot the scientist's name that came before him, but like he actively worked to discredit him. So like even Isaac Newton, not the best. Still a smart guy though. Next up. Oh, we're at...
Oh, that sounds like a dono.
That's a dono. We're at 1383. No, we're at 1393. So, God damn it, you guys are going to make me do math. We're aiming to get to 1523. And I should be able to do this in my head, but I can't. So we're $130 away from Cirrus having to uwu us. Serenade us with an uwu.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah, somebody donate $130 immediately. Oh yeah, so this is fun. Representative Josh Shriver, this is an actual representative in American Congress, says, turning off all my devices for 7 days, leaving them at home, and going on a trip with family. We'll pray, read, write, and spend quality time with family for Thanksgiving. Grateful for Lord Jesus Christ. Everything else is loss. Bit weird there. See you in December, Lord willing. Like, okay, it's fine. Taking a break from social media. Religious language aside, I get it. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Do you want to know? Do you want to see what his first tweet was when he got back from his 7 days without?
I saw what the first tweet was. I know what it is.
You're aware of it?
It's
Okay.
him saying, "It's the marriage thing, right?
Make gay marriage illegal again. This is not remotely controversial nor extreme. Counterpoint: it is both controversial and extreme. But like, you take a 7 day break from social media, and this is what you come back with as your first fucking post? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you thinking about guys sucking other guys' dicks so much that this is the first thing you think of when taking a week off of social media?
Maybe he should have taken more weeks off social media.
Maybe you should just come to grips with the fact that thinking about guys sucking other guys' dicks is something that you enjoy doing. Because, like, that can just be an okay thing for you to do. You're
Thinking
allowed
about
to
an
enjoy,
awful lot of guy dick. Kind of gay guy.
you're allowed to enjoy thinking about guy dick. That's okay. That's not controversial nor extreme. But the fact that you feel bad about it, I don't know. There's a reason there's a whole fucking website dedicated to pointing out anti-LGBTQ people that get caught with gay prostitutes or whatever.
You mean like Nick Fuentes?
Like Nick Fuentes, who
Like Nick
regularly
Fuentes.
gets caught with gay porn and trans porn, and
Or
apparently
fucking
just
a cat boy, or fucking
in
Destiny,
fucking gay
or...
porn himself. Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. How can you take a homophobe seriously after their wiener is on the internet in another guy's mouth? How can you do that? How?
But what if it wasn't their wiener in another guy's mouth, it was another guy's wiener in their mouth, Cirrus? Have you thought of that?
I think both are equally gay.
I'm just gonna say it lest there be a controversy. I have sucked a dick.
As have I.
Okay. There we go. Controversy
Cool.
gone. If there's video of it, there's probably not video of it. If there is video of it, that club needs to really reconsider their security issues. But if a video comes out of that, I've just admitted it, so it's fine. And you know what? None of you guys care because we're not assholes.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's not gay to suck your girlfriend's dick, but it is really fucking weird to say that being gay is wrong if video evidence of you sucking a guy's dick is on the internet. It's really fucking weird.
Mm-hmm. Gay Unicorn Gary does not approve of you guys being weird. Just admit that you like sucking dick and do it. Because it's fine. Oh. That's the dono. That's the dono notification. The dono noto. We're at 1403. Which, fuck me. Fucking math. I've had too much wine for math. 1403 minus 1523 is negative 120, which means we're $120 away from a Cirrus Uwu. Which, admittedly, is not that great of a motivation, given how many Uwus you guys redeemed on his channel today. Like, fuck you. Fuck you guys that have been collecting his channel points just to ruin my fucking fundraiser.
Somebody agrees with me, but not for the reasons that I want them to, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Anyway, the stream isn't sponsored by Jack in the Box, but I do have their food.
Yeah, my dog ate the wrapper from my Pita Pit Pita at some point today. It's on the floor over there. Wayne Cotton says, is Corn Dude gone? I just showed up. Yeah, he had to leave at 9:30 because apparently football is more important than raising money for charity or something. Van Briggs, thank you for the hydrate. This is Kevin Sorbo's idea of a joke. He says, God promised men that good, obedient wives would be found on all corners of the world, that he made the world round. So, counterpoint, I don't want...
It's actually more funny than it should have been.
I don't want a good, obedient wife, though. Like, Heidi does not obey me when I tell her to do shit. Because, well, okay, first off, I wouldn't dare tell her to do anything. But yeah, no, it's, oh, there's another hat. Okay, we're gonna go wizard. You're a wizard, Rhino.
Wizard. I'm gonna be right back. Just one sec. I forgot a thing that's very important. Two things that are very important.
My wizard hat has an erection.
One of them is this drink before people start doing hydrates.
Sure. Yeah, so, not only would I not command my partner to do things or whatever because I'm not a dick, I don't want her to just do everything that I tell her to do because I have a penis and she doesn't. Because she is an intelligent person that, like, contributes ideas and things. And oftentimes we'll have conversations about stuff and it turns out that, like, I was wrong about something and she was right. And so we do the thing that she wanted to do. Other times, probably less frequently, I am right and she is wrong. And we will do the thing that I wanted to do or whatever. because we're partners. Like the reason I use partner, like I know that typically that, like when a man says like, oh yeah, my partner this, people picture like, oh well, now you're gay, so you're in a gay relationship and your partner is another guy. And it's like, no, my partner is a woman.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we do things as a team because we are partners. That's part of the reason I use the word partner to describe her, because like she's not my girlfriend. That sounds infantile. She's my partner.
There we go. And I have headphones on now, and
Okay.
and a fork and drink.
Okay. Well, you've just missed me talking about how like my partner is my partner. And so like I don't command her to do things and expect her to be submissive to me, because sometimes she has better ideas than me. Most of the time, her ideas are better than mine. And if I were not able to recognize that, we would have a less good life. So like, I don't really care that you guys want your obedient, submissive wives. It's like, I don't. That would make life worse. If all my ideas were the ones that won, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, I don't need an obedient, submissive wife. I just need a wife that is willing to work with me on things. That's it. I have a very good partner that is willing to work with me on things.
I need a partner, not a submissive wife. Okay, we are at 1403. So we're $120 away from Service having to ooh. Okay, next up, not Matt Walsh on Blue Sky said, seems accurate to me, and posted this comic, which is U.S. Capitol Code of Conduct allowed a Palestinian. Like, yes.
Okay.
You're allowed to be there if you're Palestinian.
You're allowed to wear underwear.
Well, I think that's a reference to that guy that like filmed gay porn in one of the offices, which like, no, that's actually not allowed. Like, didn't he get in trouble for that?
I believe so.
Then there's the guy that pulled the fire alarm. I forget who it was, but like...
That was Jamal Bowman.
Yeah, didn't he also get in trouble for that?
He did get in trouble for that, and he lost his job.
Okay, so not allowed.
I personally traveled to New York to try to campaign for him to keep his job. So this one I was kind of involved in.
And then Christian prayer is labeled as terrorism. No, it's not labeled as terrorism. It's just not everybody in the country is Christian. So maybe the representatives who represent everybody in the country should not favor Christianity over other religions. It's not that it's terrorism, it's that you're supposed to be representing everyone, not just Christians.
Mm-hmm.
And gay porn guy, not allowed. Pull the fire alarm guy, not allowed. Being Palestinian is allowed because, like...
Yeah, that's okay.
Like, I thought we were past judging people based on their fucking heritage or whatever. Like, well, apparently Republicans aren't.
Yeah. Ninjest is asking if their donation went through.
I don't know. Let's check and see. I'm sorry that Cirrus gets split in half when we do this. Ryan N donated $20. Yeah, we get a close zoom on Cirrus's face and then also his shoulder in another spot. Travis S. Someone donated $15 anonymously. Can you read Isaiah 34:7 King JV in an epic voice, Rhino? Probably. Let's see what that is first. Let's see. Yeah.
Another donation seems to have gone through.
ESV. No, not ESV. I want a King James version. KJV. Okay. And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. I'm sorry, made fat with fatness? Oh god. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Okay, where's the donation? We're at 1423. So we're $100 away. We just need $100 and Cirrus gives us a new woo.
Apparently.
And our fat will be made with fatness or something. I don't know. Someone told me earlier that my the shirt that I was wearing is it shows off my moobs. So my fat is made with fatness. PragerU says, can a young child choose their gender? Yes. Here's the thing. Young child knows what it's like to be them. And if they look at the gender norms and are like, I identify more with the female ones as opposed to the male ones, they can say, yep, no, I guess I'm a girl. And if they identify more with the male ones instead of the female ones, they can say, yep, no, I guess I'm a boy. And that is irrespective of whatever their sex is. And I say this as a parent of a very young child who is trans. And like, they are socially transitioned for the most part. Their dad is not accepting, so they do have to pretend to be a boy at his house. But like, and the worst part about this is people accuse us of pushing this on her. But like, if I could have my choice, all of my kids would be cisgendered, straight, not neurodivergent, because then the world would just be easier for them. I want my kids to have easy lives. I want my kids to be happy easier. And it would be so much easier if they were just neurotypical and not like cis and straight. If they were cis and straight, it would be just easier for them. But as a loving parent, I recognize that if they are trans, if they are LGBT, or lesbian, gay, bisexual, whatever, my saying, no, you can't be, is not actually going to help. It is going to make things worse. So like, our young child that is trans, for ages, I was like, okay, well, they're young enough. I'm just going to say they are probably trans and like, whatever. Let affect. It's like, whatever. That's for the psychiatrist later on when it comes time to have a discussion about puberty blockers comes into play. That's not for me to judge. Right now, it's just, we didn't push it on her. She just one day looked at us and was like...
That's just how it is.
Yeah, no, seriously. One day in the car, because her dad is very much like, they can't do anything outside of gender norms. They are boys, so they can't like pink. But she likes pink. They're boys, so they can't wear dresses, but she likes to wear dresses. And so one day in the car, we're just driving, she's like, I want a vagina because I'm a girl. And we did not, like, we have never been like, hey, anyone can be any gender. Like, you can be whatever gender you want. We've never done that. They just one day were like, I want a vagina because I'm a girl. And so it's like,
it's
okay.
quite literally a kids say the darndest thing situation.
So here's the thing, though. Even after that, we were not immediately like, okay, yes, you are a girl. We were like, okay, why do you say that? Why do you feel like you're a girl? Why do you want a vagina? And like, so it's not like we entered into this lightly. It's not like we pressured her into it. We like interrogated it. And if she ever changes her fucking mind, it's like, okay, great. You're a boy again. Fantastic. Welcome back to being a boy. But at the moment, doesn't look like that's happening. So it's like, and all of the research says that being affirming is going to prevent suicide. So I'm like, okay.
So maybe you do that one.
So I'm going to do that one.
Be affirming.
Like, whatever she says she is, great. That's not my decision to make. You are you. You can be whoever you want to be. And it's my job to support you in that.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, yes, a young child can choose their gender. Because who knows your gender better than you do? It's not that complicated. It really isn't.
No, it's super complicated and hard. I don't understand it. Please explain it to me like I'm 12.
I just did.
Do it again. I'm kidding.
No.
Don't.
Fuck you. Fuck you, PragerU.
No, fuck you.
Frank Turek says, if the entire Bible had a headline, what would it be?
Not for kids.
I was gonna be like, genocide is good, actually.
Like, just make it one of those like 90s and early 2000s music albums that had the like 18 plus not for kids so that it looked edgy and shit.
Heidi's asking if I wanted to bring home food. Yes, always bring home food. The answer to that question is always yes.
It is
I'm
always
a fat fuck.
yes.
I am a fat
food
fuck.
Is great.
Always bring me food. And
like,
I don't care what it
fantastic.
is. You figure out what food you want, and then you know what I like off of that menu. So like, it's good. I'll be happy with whatever you bring me. Thank you, Heidi.
Like food is
I love
fantastic,
and appreciate you, my darling.
And I love food.
Yeah.
There's
always.
so when Saki and I both woke up hungry, and we woke up late, so I couldn't just like go, oh, I'll make breakfast and then I'll make a lunch and then we'll have food for the rest of the day. She was like, oh no, well that's not happening. So I went, okay, cool. I'm gonna go to Jack's. I'm gonna get some food. What do you want? She goes, okay, get me a burger, their mac and cheese. We had mac and cheese at home, so we didn't get that. And get me mashed potatoes. After that surprised me. They're doing a bunch of holiday deals where you pay $6 and you get a meal's worth of food. So I just bought a bunch of those on top of it and just went, the surprise is more food.
Yeah.
That's what the
That's a good
surprise
surprise.
is. It's just lots of more food.
So when we went to the Trans-Siberian Orchestra concert last night, I was wearing one of the shirts that I wear for my videos, which is it's the white one with like the kind of red spots, and it's like the button-up thing has like a little red behind it. And I love the shirt. It's an amazing shirt, but like as I was sitting there in the crowd, like I don't normally sit in it. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, this shirt is making me self-conscious because like when I can see the red behind the buttons, that's because my belly is pushing the shirt out, and now it's like kind of spreading out the button thing and putting strain on it or whatever, and it's like, it makes me feel fat. But I love food.
Food good.
Food
So
good.
When we had all the food out for GE's party, I don't remember how much I ate, but I know it was too much.
So
And I would actively like it to be too much again.
So I was actually very grateful for Richard Carrier in that moment, because he was so talkative that like I was able to distract myself from the fact that there was food everywhere by listening to him talk. But that didn't stop me from eating like half the tray of deviled eggs because they were fucking good.
Oh, did you eat the other half? Because I think I ate about half of the tray of deviled eggs as well.
So many deviled eggs.
Right after that,
I love deviled eggs.
When me and Saki got home, I was like, I want to go to Publix and I want to just get a tray of deviled eggs from Publix. They're so good.
Deviled eggs are amazing. Yes. Yeah, that was a fun party.
It was. I enjoyed it.
I got to put together our seance. I got to edit our seance. 'Cause that was fun. Richard Carrier, me, Surus, and Godless Engineer all had a seance where we talked to Jesus, and it was amazing.
Did you call him Jay-Z for a second?
No, I said Jesus. Okay, Surus.
Jesus.
Surus, I had another entire bottle of wine. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do
I drive you to drinking? Is that what happens?
No, okay. You have this bottle of wine to thank for the fact that I have showered today.
I don't know what that means, but it's scary.
That means that I am very cognizant of my smell. So like if I'm going to go out where people are, I need to not smell.
Yeah.
And so when I was like, hey, I would like some wine for the stream, I stood up from my chair to go to the door to the car and like go get some wine. And it was like, oh, I kind of smell. Have I showered today? No, I haven't. So I showered. And then I went out to get wine. Fair.
Thanks, alcohol.
Thanks, alcohol. I have hygiene. Oh, ADHD for the win. What year was that winery founded? I don't know. This is one of those wines where like they don't even tell you what grapes are in it. It's smooth red. It's like, what kind of fucking bougie are you that needs to know what grapes are in your wine? It's red. We added sugar to it to make it taste good.
The cheaper the grapes are, the sweeter the taste of the wine.
So because I'm a lazy motherfucker, I actually looked into DoorDashing this. But it's like, this is a $10 bottle of wine, and it's on sale right now for $9. but with the DoorDash fees and tips and everything, it was going to be $25. Like, you can get a really fucking good bottle of wine for $20, $25. I'm not going to spend that DoorDashing this fucking smooth red bullshit.
You do the Dragon Ball Z abridged thing with Boo. Boo want DoorDash. No, Boo, they're expensive. Uber Eats.
Oh,
they're
we're at 14.
overpriced.
We're at 1473. We're at I think that's 50. Is that where we're at? Fuck, where'd my calculator go? I think we're $50 away, but I'm not confident in my math. Minus 14. Nope, not 17. 1473. There we go. 50. Yeah, I did it right. Drunk me did math. We're $50 away from Cirrus fucking oohing. Somebody give $50 so we can do that.
God damn it.
Anyway, if the entire Bible had a headline, what would it be? I forget what mine was, but I think I already gave mine. Not safe for work.
Not safe for work was effectively what mine was, but it was
surprising amount of donkey cum.
a surprising amount of donkey cum.
The Bible, surprising amount of donkey cum.
There's a bunch of donkey cum in here. Who would have thought?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the last one. Fuck me. Come on, somebody give $50. I don't think we're getting the uwu. I don't think we're doing it, Cirrus. We failed. We didn't raise $1,000 tonight.
I mean, feel horrible.
We did pretty good, and this is going to be our stream for the next few weeks. Is like Twit Tweets is going to be trying to raise money for Project Share. I'm going to be telling you not to send me money. Send money to Project Share. I'm trying to remember to do this in my regular videos, but I'm also my next one. It's got a sponsorship spot, and they don't like competition. I don't know if they see charity as competition, but I'm gonna try and sneak it in anyway, like in the middle of the video, just be like, yeah, hey, I know I told you to go to surfshark.deal/rhino or whatever the fuck, but like actually go to donate.vicerhino.com and give money there if you're like Surfshark.
Paladin Lost is saying link. Yeah, hold on.
Donate.vicerhino.com. That's a forward. It should take you there. It might give you a warning about it not being a secure connection, but like once you get there, it is secure. And last year I had severe issues with the forward. That seems to have been resolved this year. And also last year I had issues with international donors.
There you go.
Project Share has actually told me, like, Project Share does not like using the site that I use to organize the fundraiser, so they have told me not to use it in the past. But this year is like, I have an international audience. I have Americans, I have Europeans, I have Australians. They're fucking Australians in my audience.
European.
And a lot of them have been like, I can't donate because it's a Canadian website and it's only taking Canadian addresses or whatever. And so they actually made an exception for me, and we're like, yeah, no, normally we don't recommend going through CanadaHelps.org, but Canada Helps already has the infrastructure in place to take international donations from all across the globe. So I went out of my way. I made Project Share go out of their way to let me take international donations. So you motherfuckers better pull through for me this year. Otherwise, next year I'm going to have to go back to whatever the fuck site they used last time, where half my audience was like, but I'm in England and I can't donate. And I was just like, sorry, I don't know what to do about that. So.
Leonari says good that they adjusted. Yeah, it is good they adjusted so they could get more money.
Yeah, it is. No, it makes me feel kind of like I have power. Like I can make you accept a website that you don't particularly like. So Stephen J donated, says much love from Dystopian Texas. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Ryan N said just wanted to see if $100 left. Bad at math, so who knows? Keep it up. I don't know if these are coming in order.
I'll come in order.
That's what she said. Uh-huh. Okay. Well. No, wrong one. Wrong one.
I'm split on this.
I don't fucking know what I'm doing anymore. Okay. God damn it. Are you sure you want to leave YouTube? What? No, I don't want to.
Sometimes I think about it.
Okay, I don't know why the forward is not working in my Chrome browser right now. I normally use Firefox because fuck Google. I don't know if this is going to break things. Ah, we've got 1573. Ah, Cirrus! We broke it! We broke it!
We broke it? We broke it.
You gotta do it. You gotta do the thing.
Is broken?
Someone donated $50 anonymously to say, I did it all for the ooh-woo. Someone else donated $50 anonymously to say ooh-woo. Stephen J donated 50. That was the Texas one. Ryan N said, just want to see it at $100 left. I'm bad at math, though, so who knows? So keep up the good work. Thank you, Ryan. So, Cirrus, do it. Do the thing. Do the thing. Say the line, Cirrus.
I guess God. Oh.
Yay! And on that note, we can close it out.
Is that good enough for you?
That is good enough for me.
Is that what you wanted?
It's exactly what I don't fucking care about your fucking ooh-woo. I just want to raise money for charity. I just want hungry people to have food.
Is this the promise I made to you?
I want hungry people to have food. I want unhoused people to have houses. I want unemployed people to have jobs.
I want unhoused people to have food too.
Yeah, and Project Share helps with all of that shit. So if I have to make you say ooh-woo to get that shit, I will make you say ooh-woo.
Fine.
So thank you so much for joining me.
It isn't the first time my body's been used for charity, specifically on your channel.
I'll use your body, Cirrus.
It's actually happened quite a few times, come to think of it.
For charity?
Yeah, remember the fundraiser a few years ago, right after your wife passed?
What did I make you do for that?
It wasn't that you made me do anything, it was that I took over your channel and raised money.
Yeah, but I didn't use your body.
My body was in the chair.
Oh, God. Dark humor, warning, dark humor, content warning. If anything, we used my wife's dead body for charity that year. Oh, that was a bad time for that fucking notification to come through. Okay. We're at 1593. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who donated.
If there is a heaven, I hope she's looking down at you disappointed at that one.
Oh, she's so fucking pissed at me. If she can see what I'm... okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. It's been great. I'm glad that we hit all our goals and we hit the ooh-woos. So we're at 1593 of $10,000. I feel like we can do $10,000. Are we rating Cirrus? Cirrus, are you continuing to stream after this?
Yeah, I'm still going to be streaming after this.
Yeah, we'll raid Cirrus. I will raid Cirrus. I'm about to do my credits, though, so everybody stay for the raid. Oh, Saberspark is streaming. That's okay. I'll still raid you. I like Saberspark. I disagree with him about Moana 2. I think Moana 2 was fine as far as Disney sequels go. It wasn't great, but it was fine.
I will still say the best Disney sequels have always been the TV shows.
So, okay. So here's the thing. He was where I learned that Moana 2 was originally supposed to be a TV show. And as soon as I learned that, I was like, oh, that fucking makes sense. Because there was a lot of stuff that was like, why did you introduce all of these side characters to have them do pretty much nothing throughout the movie? Because it was supposed to be a TV show. That makes sense. Okay.
They were supposed to do the thing they used to do with Aladdin and Hercules and everything. Man, the fact that Disney actually had a lot of those shows as part of a single continuity as well. So, like, there was a crossover with Aladdin and Hercules because they were allowed to exist at the same time. It was weird.
Yeah.
I miss that era of television.
Yeah, but also at the same time, like, yeah, I get it. It wasn't a great movie. Like, Moana 1, absolutely fucking better than Moana 2. But, like, Moana 2, it was fine. And what's really funny about that, though, is, like, I came out of the theater being like, I don't think Lin-Manuel Miranda did the music for that one. And then I watched all the negative reviews of it and was like, I can't believe I miss Lin-Manuel Miranda. And you're like, yep, nope, called it. Because he's actually good at music. Love him or hate him, he's good at music. He can write a catchy tune.
Paladin says, I'll give another 50 if Cirrus will do one with some enthusiasm.
Okay, give another 50, and then Circe will do another one with enthusiasm. You got to give the 50 first.
I wasn't aware we were paying for enthusiasm, but I guess so.
We will do the 50 first. 50 first. Come on, do it. No. The 50 comes first. Don't do the ooh till the 50 comes through. Because I know we can deliver on our end. We need to make sure he can deliver on his end or their end.
Okay.
We're still at 1593.
The question is, what do we mean by enthusiasm? Do we need me to be like leaning into it like a moan, or like
ooh.
where are we at in enthusiasm here?
Come on, we're still at 1593. Come on, somebody give $50. We need the enthusiastic ooh from Cirrus.
Oh, Why are you
like
repeating my past mistakes?
I have such a large library of oohs. Why does it give me the same 3 over and over again?
It's funny when it's just repeating the one over and over again.
Ooh, small beans, little babies.
You know what? I think I might. This might be a Go XLR thing, but I feel like maybe I added the ooh to a different profile. Sampler. Because there's this one.
Oh.
But it never came up. Come on, we're still at 1593. I'm waiting to roll the credits until somebody gives another $50.
But wait, now you've let them know that if they don't donate, then you'll stick around.
God damn it. Don't make me play Hollow Knight for you. That's fucking boring. You guys don't like that.
You'll play Hollow Knight, I'll play World of Warcraft.
We're still at 1593, guys. Come on. Refresh.
I think I've seen that, Tails.
Fennec says, I'm okay with you playing Hollow Knight. Yeah, I know you are, Fennec, but most of my audience doesn't care for that because it's kind of boring when I play the same game over and over and over again.
I mean, I'll just break out Shadow Generations and keep on trying to learn the speed run for that.
Scott D says, just waiting for the $49.99 donation.
Hi, Growler.
I don't know.
Hi, baby.
Do we need to end the stream without another Surasuwu?
I guess we do, but
nobody's giving that 50.
Hi, baby. Hello. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm going to roll credits and then raid your channel. And if the $50 comes through while we're rolling credits, I will let you know.
Then I'll do it there.
Then you can do it on your channel. Okay?
Growlith, come here.
Okay.
Come here. Say hi. Say hi to the people, Growly.
Okay. Hi, Growlith.
No.
It's 10 o'clock. It's 10:14. Growlith needs to go
o'clock.
aside. So you can go aside while I roll the credits, and then I'll let you know if there's an ooh. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for donating all the money, except for that last $50. Apparently, that got lost in the mail. Checks in the mail, buddy. All right. Bye.
All right.
As always, fuck off.